Drexel Hamilton specializes in fixed income securities. It's also a leader in hiring veterans. Here to talk about both is Jim Cahill. He's the president of the firm. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I want to talk bonds with you, and then we'll talk about veterans because I know that's a very important issue with you. Let's talk treasuries. Considering all that's going on right now in Capitol Hill with the government shutdown and the craziness, what's your view of treasuries?
I feel very strongly that they'll reach a settlement. We have foreigners own a lot of our debt, and we have no choice other than to make sure we compromise. And as we speak, that compromise may be going on right now. Stocks are up substantially, and the bond market's reacting favorably.
If you were going to give me an idea of where you think the 10-year, for example, will finish the year in terms of yield, where would it be?
Okay. I would say to you, with everything that's going on, the economy is still not out of the woods yet. It's working well. It's moving along very, very quickly, but not quick enough. So we're going to continue to print money for a long period of time, probably till year end. And then after that, as you know, you keep printing money, sooner or later you pay the price. And in my history, that's what happens. So eventually rates will move higher, and people are going to have to be ready for that. However, I don't think it's going to happen for a few months. And
what about munis? Are you finding some value there?
Yeah, we look for very relative value everywhere. Municipals would be one of the places. For example, today, municipal bonds are 111% of treasuries. Historically, they're about 80% of treasuries. And you have to choose your credits wisely because there are some credits that is, suspicious. And those may be some opportunities, but we dwell on more of the water bonds. For example, my company is one of the financial advisors to New York City Water Commission, and they did approximately $6 billion of bonds last year, and we're deeply involved. So we look at municipals very favorably, and it's on a relative value basis we would choose them. The other part of the municipal market that we enjoyed was taxable munis. We think there's certainly a great relative value there. Historically, they were 278 when they first started issuing a lot of BABs, Build Americas, and we took advantage of that, and today they're probably into 120 over. So our clients did quite well. So we think municipals, relative value-wise, are a good place to be.
And you're also finding value, on a relative basis, of course, in mortgage backs. This is a part of the market which scared a lot of people just about 5 years ago. Now you say that people should come back to it. Tell me why.
Okay, well, one of the things, we've been in about 20-odd commercial mortgage-backed deals. Mostly we focus on the AAA portion. When we first started getting involved, they were 160 over 10-year Treasury. And today they're probably about 120 over, but at one time they got in as tight as 85 to 90 over. And we took advantage of that as well. That was another opportunity. So these opportunities come and go, and you have to keep an eye on it. Right now, we think commercial mortgage-backed securities are kind of in the middle of the range. They're okay, but if they widen out, we'd be a buyer.
And then finally, Drexel Hamilton has a special mission, and that's to hire veterans. So tell me, why is this so important to you? And I'd also like to get a feel about what they're saying, the veterans in your firm are saying about what's going on in Washington right now.
Sure. This firm was started by Lawrence Dahl, who had a mission to help service-disabled veterans and bring them to Wall Street and get them meaningful employment. What's going on today is we have returning veterans that are finding it, in some cases, very difficult to find meaningful employment up to their capability. So when I started, there were about 7 employees, and Larry Dahl was a part of it. And today we're 72 employees, half are combat veterans, and 15 have been severely wounded. And what we're doing is the real heroes are the wives and the children. We keep asking the same people to go back time and time again. We don't have a draft. So when they came back, we have to give them their dignity and put them back at the head of the household. And when we do that, that means all to their families and so on, and we need to do more. So the other thing is, it's very interesting, the only people that get salaries in our firm are the service-disabled veterans. Most of us, and I'm blessed to have some 50-year-old people that had wonderful careers all over Wall Street in the major firms, and they're the real heroes as well because they take less to get this mission going.
Well, it's a fantastic firm. Thanks for coming by and talking about bonds and veterans, and thank you for watching The Street.
Thank you.